Hi there, beautiful viewers. My name is Anna. Welcome to Family Platform, your show where we give you all the entertainment, the glitz, and the glam on all our segments. Of course, moving from the top trends to the food and nutrition to the Inside segment on the streets. We have so much packed for you. You don't want to miss this episode, of course. And as usual, we will be starting with the glitz for this week. Let's go see Chike performing Egu live. Welcome back, viewers. It is still Family Platform, and that was Chike performing Egu live on the glitz for this week. And I have with me in the studio a very special guest. Surprise, surprise. We have Matt in the studio today.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm kind of blushing already, seriously. And it feels great to be back on the platform. And I remember I told the viewers I don't have a way of forcing myself back. And whenever I know that somebody would be missing me out there, I just force my way back.
He said somebody will be missing him out there.
And today I am doing it once more. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome on the show, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, viewers, we are moving straight into the show. Let's go see the top trends for this week. So much has been happening all over the world. Let's go catch up together. The top trends for the week are: Bobrisky temporarily leaves Nigeria, citing health concerns amid travel disruptions and EFCC interrogation. Controversial crossdresser Idris Okuneye, also known as Bobrisky, announced a temporary departure from Nigeria, citing concerns for his sanity and health. He confirmed the news in an Instagram post following recent altercations and travel disruptions. Bobrisky expressed frustration with Nigerian security agencies, alleging repeated interference that impacted his travel plans. He called on KLM to refund 2 unused business class tickets, which he claimed cost 9.8 million each, attributing the missed flights to local authorities. In his message, Bobrisky addressed potential critics, saying, "Before you come to my page to type nonsense, check your account balance if you can afford 3 business seats." His departure follows a recent incident where he was reportedly removed from a KLM flight and subsequently questioned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Popular Nollywood actress Eniola Ajao recently shared how a false rumor deeply affected her, pushing her to a point where she almost poisoned herself. She opened up about the painful experience on the show Nollywood on Radio, recalling how this was the most distressing situation she had ever faced. Ajao revealed that overwhelmed by the false news, she went without food for 7 days and avoided all social interactions. Her emotional state also disrupted her work as she struggled to continue planning her next film. The actress emphasized the lasting emotional toll of the experience, highlighting the damage that fake news can cause in people's lives. Donald Trump wins U.S. polls. Republican Party presidential candidate Donald Trump has won the 2024 U.S. elections. A win in the state of Wisconsin gave him 277 electoral votes. Earlier, Trump had won in the closely fought swing states of Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. Trump's victory over Vice President Kamala Harris makes him the first former president to return to power in non-consecutive terms since Grover Cleveland regained the White House in 1892 elections. He's also the first convicted criminal to win the highest elected office in the United States. While political leaders from around the world have sent messages of congratulations to the new president-elect, neither Harris nor sitting President Joe Biden have commented on Trump's win. Nollywood actress Ronke Odusonya recently opened up about her past marriage to Saheed Olariwaju, also known as Jago. She revealed that a friend had spread damaging rumors to Jago, claiming she intended to leave him for prostitution and that she had been with a senator. Odusonya shared that Jago eventually realized he shouldn't have trusted those accusations. She explained how, at the time, she provided proof of her whereabouts, including a video with a timestamp to refute the claims. Reflecting on the separation, she said she was left with nothing. Her jewelry was taken and she struggled financially. I cried so much that day because I didn't have up to 10,000 naira in my account, Odusonya recalled. Legendary music producer Quincy Jones passes away at 91. Quincy Jones, a legendary figure in American entertainment known for his collaboration with stars like Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, and Will Smith, has passed away at the age of 91. His publicist confirmed that he died on Sunday night at his home in Bel Air, Los Angeles, surrounded by family. In a statement, his family expressed their sorrow, saying, "Tonight, with full but broken hearts, we must share the news of our father and brother Quincy Jones' passing." They highlighted the immense loss while celebrating his remarkable life and legacy. Jones was celebrated for producing iconic albums such as Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, which established Michael Jackson as the biggest pop star of all time. His extensive career included producing music for Donna Summer, and he was also a prolific film score producer. Scandal erupts in Equatorial Guinea as official secret tape surface. Baltasar Ngonga, the Director General of Equatorial Guinea's National Financial Investigation Agency, has been arrested after investigators uncovered over 400 explicit videos involving the wives of prominent figures in the country. The tapes found during a fraud investigation reportedly include encounters with high-profile women, some filmed in his office. The incident has caused widespread scandal, especially given the alleged involvement of several notable individuals, including the sister of the president and ministers' wives. Videos from the collection have reportedly circulated online, amplifying public reaction. The story has raised significant concerns about privacy, professional conduct, and public perception in the country. And in sports, CAF ruling sports backlash in Libya threatens Nigerians workers with mass arrests and fines. The Nigerian men's national football team, the Super Eagles, were recently detained for over 18 hours at Libya's Al Abrak airport while preparing for the 2025 AFCON qualifier against the Mediterranean Knights. Following the treatment, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, awarded Nigerian Super Eagles 3 points and 3 goals due to the disrupted match. The CAF ruling has sparked backlash from Libyan officials. The president of Libyan Football Federation, Nasser Al-Suwaywan, called the decision unjust and malicious, suggesting that Nigerians' influence within CAF played a role in the favorable outcome for the Super Eagles. Following CAF's verdict, Libyan media began urging the government to take action against Nigerian workers in Libya. The popular Libyan news blog posted that Nigerians without legal papers will be fined $500 and deported, with broadcasters echoing similar sentiments. A video of a Libyan TV presenter emphasized the need for all undocumented Nigerians in Libya to pay taxes or face deportation, fueling fears of mass arrest amongst the Nigerians living in the country. It is still Family Platform, and we are having such a swell time in the studio. We just want to touch on a couple of the top trends for this week. I mean, some good news, some bad news, some scandalous, raunchy news. We are starting off with the Equatorial Guinea former minister.
Yeah.
It's a lot happening. It's a lot that's been happening in Equatorial Guinea. So yeah, what do you have to say regarding that, Matt?
Well, I think the young man, as we speak, is in the eyes of the storm. Although he came out on social media to debunk some of the video making the rounds, that some were doctored, but you could see personally, for those who have seen the videos and a couple of other snippets I have also seen online, you could tell that some of those videos were doctored. But you begin to put 2 and 2 together. I said over 400 videos. If you, over 400 videos, that there is every indication that he has slept with over 400 women in Equatorial Guinea. And if you look at the population of Equatorial Guinea, just over 1 million plus. Sometimes it is beyond providing for your wife. It is beyond making the man happy. It is beyond the material things. The flesh is also very, very vital when it comes to relationship when it comes to marriage. People take the things of the flesh with levity. Pray from here till thy kingdom come. When your body sees certain things, it will arouse. That thing wouldn't. It is something that God has created. That is why, as a man, you must learn to create time for your woman. But one thing that is of note, these women, in all of those videos, none of these women were forced. None were raped. They all saw cameras and they were willing. But there is this other talk from the African side that maybe there was voodoo at play. Maybe the guy was using something like an enchantment and they were charmed to fall into that. Men, when it comes to sex, you would be amazed the things people can do.
All right. Also, they just discovered that 2 of his younger brother's children were his. I feel like all of this is just absurd. It's too much. It's extreme, and I pray that everyone involved will forgive themselves and move on, because some people are already committing suicide, which I honestly think it's not worth it. Give it 2 weeks, everything will die down. Yes. I pray that the parties involved can forgive each other and move on. Moving on, we have Bobrisky in the top trends today. Bobrisky just has a way of finding himself in our top trends every time. So he's finally moved to London, and he didn't waste any time to come to social media to tell us.
Yeah, we say, well, he has moved to a society that would accept all those shenanigans, that would accept all that very pervasive kind of life, ways of life that are non-African. We must also put it out there. He has moved to a sane society based on his own personality, a society that will not stigmatize him, a society that would accept him for who he is or who he wants to be. And if he wants to practice as much as he can go there, that society would accept him. But Nigeria is built on morals.
That'll be all for today on the top trends for this week. We are moving on. Want to go on a very short break, so we will be taking the quotable quotes and of course the song of the week, which is none other than Ricardo Banks with Easy Jeje. Let's go see that, guys. Welcome back, viewers. It is still Family Platform, and that was the song of the week. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope we're able to, give you a nice little trail back there. Moving on, it's about time for the food and nutrition segment. Today we are discussing tangerine, one of my favorite kind of orange. So tangerine is scientifically known as Citrus reticulata. Is a citrus fruit native to Southeast Asia and now widely grown in Nigeria and other tropical and subtropical regions. This small orange-colored fruit has a thin, easy-to-peel skin and a sweet, slightly tangy flavor that makes it popular as a fresh snack. Nutritionally, tangerines are rich in vitamin C, which supports immune health, skin vitality, and iron absorption. They also contain fiber, potassium, and vitamin A, along with antioxidants like flavonoids that can promote heart health and reduce inflammation. Tangerines can be enjoyed in various ways: fresh as a snack, juiced for a refreshing drink, or added to fruit salads and desserts. Their zest and juice are often used to add a citrusy flavor to dishes, dressings, and marinades. Beyond their culinary uses, tangerines are valued for their health benefits, including aiding digestion and supporting hydration, making them a versatile nutritional fruit. I personally love tangerine. So yeah, if you've never tried it before, you should try it. And if you like it, infuse some tangerine in your diet today and enjoy. We're also going on the street to ask people if it is proper for married couples to have a joint bank account. Let's go hear what the people on the streets have to say regarding this. We'll be right back.
I'm Rachel. Joint account. Well, Before now, I would have said yes, but because I've seen situations whereby it end up badly, so I'll say no.
Me. There will be an account to be set aside, probably for domestic expenses. I think that one could be set aside, which I wouldn't even have any take on it. Probably at the end of the month, I know that I'm putting on 50,000 there, 60,000, 100,000, depends on the expenses to be incurred periodically, whether monthly, weekly. But for the two couples to put all their resources in a single account, I personally, I'm not in support of such.
My name is Tokumbo Adeboyega. For me, it's not compulsory because I wouldn't see my partner to start teleguiding her how she will spend her money. We can have a family's account in case if you have something to do with the children, if they are still small. But if the children are grown up and everybody for himself, let everybody out. But we can assist each other.
Peter. Yeah. It's proper for them to have joint accounts, but the problem in there is they need to be very careful of know each other very well before you start doing that, because at times it always resorts to another thing.
Welcome back, viewers. It's about time for the Insight segment, and we are discussing if it is proper for couples to have a joint bank account. I would like to start with you, Matthew. You're married.
Yeah.
Do you have a joint bank account?
Not at all. Not at all. I think some persons might want to do it for certain reasons, but different things work for different persons. You must understand, firstly, you must understand the restrictions that is tied to a joint account. A joint account means that somebody cannot just wake up alone and go and take money from there. That is to say, the both of you are signatory to such accounts. Then why run a joint account when we can have individual accounts but still have access to our individual account? I don't know if you understand. I'm married, for instance. I have about 4 accounts, and as I speak to you, my wife knows the account, it knows the PIN for all my ATM. You understand? And she have access. She also has access to them. She has access to them. Like I said, even before we got married, we were cutting to some stage, and I begin to understand that this is the kind of person she is. And I felt, why? You understand? Financially, she was prudent, and she was able to prove that to me. That it wasn't about, she was also making her money. You understand? She was not even looking at how much she would be able to get from me. So even before we got married, about 2 years before we got married, she already has access to my account. She uses my ATM. Once she picks a card, she doesn't need to ask me. She already knows the color of the card. She knows what a PIN is. So that level of understanding was already in existence even before we decided to get married. I'm not saying it because this should be done for every woman out there. I'm speaking from the perspective of a man. I expect you to also take it from the angle of a woman.
True.
A woman must be able to prove to some level that she can also be trusted. You must understand that this is a woman that loves you. This is a woman that is willing to stay with you. It's important. You must note that this is a woman that is not in the relationship because of what she would be able to get from you. So these things are very, very pertinent. She must also be a woman that can turn 20K into 30K, 30K into 50K. A woman that does her own thing, a woman that can multiply funds. So your wife should be able to have access to your accounts. I'm not saying a joint account per se, because a joint account comes with several restrictions.
True. If
anything happens to one person, the person that wants to come and claim the money, we need a lawyer, we need this, we need that. Individually, they can have their separate accounts, but I should be able to have access to my wife's account. My wife should be able to have access to my own account as well. These are just my thoughts.
All right. Thank you so much, Matthew. Let me share my thoughts. So recently I saw a post on Instagram. This lady is a level 6 or 7 engineer. She operates, the biggest machines. She gets paid in hundreds of thousands of naira, if not millions. And she recently just got married 3 months into the marriage. And the man that she married is earning like 10% of her own salary. So this man is telling her, I need access to your account. I want to see how all the money you make. I want to be able to take money when I want, all of that. And this lady is the one paying the school fees of 3 of her junior siblings. So she's asking, she made the post and she was asking people, what do you think? I'm just 3 months into my marriage and my husband is already saying he wants full access to my finances. Personally, I told her, run. Because if you are 3 months into a marriage and a man is already putting his eye on your money, that man has an ulterior motive.
Absolutely.
He either just wants to carry your money and zoom off with one girl that he loves, or he does not love you, or he just wants to squander your money. Because as a man, first of all, you should take pride in being a provider. No matter how much your wife is making, it is left to the wife to decide, I want to be supportive to my husband. I want to do certain things in my household as the wife. As a man, as a provider that you are, why are you worried about how much your wife is making?
And then, look, I must say this. It is only a man by virtue of his creation is wired to be a provider. We must understand this. Once a man becomes comfortable to be receiving from a woman, there is something absolutely wrong.
Exactly.
And the man must also note that, you must also note that despite the fact that the both of you are married, certain things that couldn't happen while you guys were courting will not happen instantly because you guys are now married.
Exactly.
You must also give it time to grow and change. And your wife would naturally present her entire account details to you if you are able to carry yourself accordingly. But if she senses any act of desperation from you, I tell you, if she ought to have done that in 5 years, she will wait for another 20 years if you guys will still be existing.
So I would like to, what you said about your wife having access to your bank account, I totally support that. Because I saw a post where a banker anonymously posted on Twitter that men should give their wives access to their banks, because some bankers, when men die for years and nobody comes to claim the money, they are taking this money and quitting their jobs and moving out of the country. So imagine working all your life. You have a wife, you have kids, and then something happens to you. Nobody knows when they are going to die. There are young people dying every day. So you don't think that you die when you are 50, 60. You might be 30, 31, 32. Tomorrow morning, you wake up, your heart fails, you are gone. You have to make plans. You have to make sure that somebody somewhere, even if it's not your wife, somebody somewhere has access to your money that you can trust to be able to do the right thing when you are no longer here.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, I just feel like this topic is really, really broad.
Very, very. I really enjoyed myself talking about this, and I feel good doing this with you. I hope we have time to talk about this some other time.
Some other time,
some
true.
Other time. Yes.
Well, viewers, thank you so much for sticking with us. Do not forget that you can join in on the conversation by using the hashtag family platform across all our social media platforms showing on your screen right now. Let us know what your thoughts are concerning this topic that we've spoken about today. With that said, thank you so much, Matthew, for doing this with me. I would not have anyone else do it with me. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I remain Ava Ene. Till I come your way next time, be good and keep watching Family Platform. Bye.